Welcome back to the second part of the Good Vibrations pattern sewing tutorial. In today's video, we'll be putting together the bell-bottom pants with patch pockets and belt loops from the Good Vibrations pattern. Let's go ahead and get started. Laid out, you can see the pants pattern pieces. We have the front of the pants and the back of the pants patch pocket, as well as the pants waistband and pants lining. Since I am using such dark fabric for the pants, I am going to be doing the pants waistband lining in a white. This is also just a strip of fabric that I'm going to use to create those 6 belt loops. To mark my dots, I like to place a hole at the apex of the dart in the actual pattern piece, lay it over the fabric that I'm working with, and use a heat erasable marker, or in this case a white marker, to make a dot so I know where the apex of the dart actually ends. After I make the dart position, I simply place a pin at the apex of the dart, fold my fabric in half, and sew the dart. With the darts pressed, I'm going to grab the pocket piece. This is a unique way to do pockets, and I hadn't actually done it on a previous design, but I thought it worked out really easily. All you're going to do is take the pocket and the pocket lining, and in this case I'm using the same fabric. You're going to sew around the rounded edge and then also down the pocket and across the edge. Then you're going to have the top of the pocket and the side of the pocket left open. So let's get those stitches in place. We'll bring it back over and we'll turn it right side out and give it a press. With the pockets turned in press, you're going to run a top stitch right along that curved edge. With the top stitching in place, we'll take the front sections of the pants and we'll pin the pocket to them, and then we'll sew it in place. There are notches at the top and at the side of that front pants piece to match up with the actual pocket. With the top stitching in place, you can baste the top of the pocket as well as the side of the pocket to the pants. With the pockets set, we're going to place the pants right sides together and sew the center crotch seam. We'll clip in towards that seam allowance and press the seam open. With the center front seam pressed open, we'll take the back of the pants, place it right sides together to the front, and sew the side seams. We're going to clip into the seam allowance and press the seams open. With the side seams pressed open, we're going to run a zigzag stitch along the left and right back openings of the pants, as well as hem the pant legs. With the hem sewn in place, we're going to place the pants right sides together and sew the center back crotch seam from the raw edge to the dot as indicated on the pattern. You're going to clip in towards the seam and press that crotch seam open. Then we'll place the pants right sides together and sew the inner thigh seam. We'll clip in towards that seam allowance and then press the inner thigh seam open. Let's get the pants turned right side out. Here's a quick fit to the doll to see how the pants are shaping up, and I think they're looking pretty good. You want it not to be so tight that she can't sit if she wants to, so you do want to be aware of that through the hips, but I think as far as where the waistband's going to attach, everything looks to be fine. I'm going to push the doll to the side, and we're actually going to make the belt loops. To keep the belt loops nice and neat and to keep them from fraying, it's helpful to iron on a little bit of single-sided fusible interfacing to one side of the loop before cutting it out. With the interfacing side up on the belt loop strip, you're just going to create a really narrow hem down one side and then top stitch it. With the first row of top stitching in place, you're going to turn the loop back over and you're going to fold the interface edge right flush with that first line. You're going to run one more top stitch close to the original line, and then we'll trim off the extra from the back. Once you have the belt loop strip prepared, you're going to cut it into 6 equal pieces, and then you're going to place it on the pants as indicated in the pattern directions in the 6 locations. You'll take the 6 belt loops and place them to the pants with the wrong side up. Next, we'll baste the belt loops to the waistband edge. Once I have the belt loops basted in place, I still like to leave a pin near the end. We are going to trim them off once we get the waistband attached, but I want to make sure that they don't shift when I actually apply the waistband. Before I do that, I want to make sure I take the waistband lining and run a zigzag stitch along the long curved edge. We'll take the waistband lining and place it to the waistband with right sides together and sew across the waist edge. Next, you'll press the waistband at the edge. You're going to open it back up and you're going to place it with right sides together to the pants, all the way around, matching each raw edge. With the waistband sewn in place, I've pressed that seam up, and I'm just going to confirm that all the belt loops maintain their original position where I intended to put them. If everything looks to be good from this point, you're going to run a top stitch along the lower edge of the waistband. With our first row of top stitching in place, we're going to turn the pants over. We're going to tuck the left back opening under so that it lines up with the seam in the center back of the crotch. We're going to fold the lining to the inside of the pants and press along the waistband. And then we're going to add an additional top stitch at the top of the band to hold the lining to the inside of the pants. In addition to adding that second top stitch, we'll also just do a quick zigzag stitch over the right back opening. Once you've tucked the left back opening under to be in line with that center back crotch seam, you have two options to finish the waistband. One is just to tuck the lining to the inside, being careful not to expose it at the back closure, or you can actually take the waistband and fold it back over the pants and follow that line down to where the fold is, and that's going to create an actual finished edge on the left back opening. And that's the process I'm going to use here. When you trim off the excess waistband here, I would recommend that you make it narrow in towards the top of the waistband, but leave it a little longer, as this will create the tuck at the back of the pants. We have our waistband sewn in place, we have our left back opening tucked under and nicely finished, and we also have that right back opening zigzagged closed. So our pants just have a few more steps and they're actually going to be finished. So in order to get our belt loops attached properly, we're going to press them up and we're going to leave just enough past the waistband that we can tuck it under and hand finish it. And I recommend that you grab your fray check at this time. We have all of our belt loops trimmed to an appropriate length so that we can still tuck it in at the top and hand finish it. You're going to want to grab your fray check and add a little bit to each of the raw edges of the belt loops, and then you're going to want to let it dry before you actually try to sew it in place. Once the fray check on the top of the belt loops has dried, you'll just go ahead and tuck the top piece under, take your needle and thread, and tack it in place. With our belt loop sewn in place, we'll get a fit to our doll and mark the placement for the snap. I've slipped the Good Vibration pants on Grace to check how our project has come together, and I'm very pleased. It looks really nice through the hips and through the thighs, and as I turn it over, I like the way the back openings are coming together. So with the addition of one snap, I'm going to go ahead and finish the project and get our final photographs. If you're interested in seeing construction of the crop top with the bell sleeves, please look for the link to the video in the description below. Here's a few quick photographs of our completed project of the bell-bottom pants. As stated during the video, there are more than one ways to finish that waistband. I really encourage you to choose the one that works best for you. If you do have any questions about construction of the pants, please list it in the comments section below. If you're interested in learning more about the Club Grace subscription program or the digital program, I'll leave information to the virtual doll convention in the description as well. As always, I thank you guys for spending time with me today. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.